Hey, welcome back to Cephalon Cast. So Baro's back
Yeah,
and brought nothing good again.
sounds about right.
We got one new item, the
Which one?
Heavy Grenier Spectre, which is just a very expensive toy.
Oh, okay. I
Like-
talked to you about that a while ago. Like, hey, would it be worth it to buy these?
No.
And for that price,
No.
no, it would not. Like, if it was a permanent, like, on-use item, maybe.
Oh, if it was a permanent blueprint, for sure it would be worth it. But you get five. You get five for 40,000 and 100 ducats.
Yeah.
Like no, I will pass. But he also brought all the impact mods, including primed heavy trauma and pommel, crash course, full contact, collision force. So those are all those impact mods are the event mods
Yeah.
that I believe they drop from the Terror List. So you can just get them from the Terror List now.
Oh.
Like you can just farm Terror Lists and
save the ducats.
yes. So none of those are really worth it, in my opinion, including primed heavy trauma. Like, if you have a weapon that you're going to put heavy trauma on, there's probably a better build for it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of, like, maybe the hammers, but...
I don't think anyone uses the hammers, though.
I mean, the primed fragger's okay.
I've not enjoyed using the hammers. I don't like the slowness of it.
Yeah, well, you put Fury on it helps quite a bit, but
Yeah.
it is slow. All the heavy blades are slow. Well, with the exception of, like, Galantine.
But so, like, one suggestion that I know I talked to you about, like, for the Spectre blueprints,
Yeah.
I think that you should do one of two things. They should either lower the cost, and keep it like the 5 on use, like, because 100 ducats is not worth that. Like, if they were to lower the price of that would be fine.
Yeah.
If they were to make a permanent one, I would be fine with them increasing the price up to like 400, because it would be a permanent, like, blueprint. I wouldn't keep it the same as it is, because if it was like 100 ducats for a permanent blueprint for, like, specters that were better than what your normal, like, loadout specters are,
Yeah.
I think that'd be too good of a deal. So there's things that they can do to maybe, like, rework that. But as it is, I would not buy those, and I don't know anyone that would buy those.
No, I can't even, like... I can't even think of, like, other, veterans that have a big ducat, build up.
No.
Like I can't see them spending it either. Like, it's just not worth it. In my opinion. But
I mean, yeah.
Again, if it was a permanent blueprint, for sure that'd be great. But no, you just get 5. You just get 5.
Don't misuse them.
No, yeah, it's like I hardly use specters as is, but
I'll throw one down depending on what we're doing. But it would be like one of those things where it's like, hey, like in Final Fantasy, it's like, I have a health potion, but I'm gonna hold off on using it.
Exactly.
I beat the game and I have 900 mega potions. Oh.
Well, again, like, is the heavy gunner specter better than Clem? Probably not.
Is it better than? Because I'll generally use, like, Rhino Prime with.
Oh yeah,
the
you're talking about
Corinth.
Like, no, like, I just don't see it being better than any of the specters, and this one costs way more.
Oh yeah.
So, even the weapons he brought this time aren't even good. Like the Viper Wraith, like,
No.
I hate to tell you, it's a bad gun. I think it has a high mastery rank too. Like, it's not. It's just not good. Like,
I haven't seen a good weapon from him since I've, like, started going to him.
So last week he brought a fairly good weapon. He had to be master rank 14 to get it, and I forget what the hell it was. But it's one of those, like, it's good because it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily from, like, a stat perspective. It's good because it's fun. But yeah, the proof of vandal, yeah.
And then your
And then,
standard cosmetics.
Your standard set of cosmetics, which seems to be a ongoing trend now. You get those, like, from now on. I mean, the Lisette Prisma skin is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Going on to things, don't do this because you'll piss off Heldy. Never buy the Dragon Mod pack when he brings them. Do not buy those.
I would not, but
500 ducats, 100,000 credits for a pack 5 mods.
what about paying plat for a Dragon Mod pack?
Absolutely not. Unless like you get some sort of... Okay, the one time, which it's still a waste. Say you're watching a dev stream, you win one of the 1,000 plat giveaways. Do whatever the hell you want with that. Buy whatever item on the market that you want if that happens. But because you can't trade it.
Right.
It's 1,000 plat you have to use in the market. But then I would be like, okay, if you're lacking mods and you want to blow 1,000 plat, go ahead. Sure. You'll probably get whatever the fuck you want with that much plat. Because I think it's like, what is it? It's like 50 or 100 for a Dragon Mod pack? I'm not even sure.
It's 90.
90?
Yes.
Okay. You'll get a decent collection of mods, a lot of dupes, but
Now,
Sure.
in this situation that I'm gonna run by you, what if let's say I just can't
experience.
just can't get like a continuity.
God
and
damn it, no.
that's just not dropping, and you're like, Dragon Mods.
Did you do this? Did you do this, Virgil?
Yes.
God damn it. How many did you buy, and did you get your continuity?
I did not get continuity because
Exactly.
I had to go through Ivara, but I think I bought like 3. I got some good pet ones that I use, but
I mean, like, you can it drops any mod in the game, so of course you can get good mods, but it's
not worth it.
Well, it's the typical gacha scenario, that the gacha game is like yeah, you have a chance of getting what you want. The odds are not with you. This is a gamble.
I am a bit of a gambler.
You're putting money into that slot machine trying to get the payout. Like,
That's fun to me until I don't get continuity.
Exactly. Dude, I fall into that category with my mobile games that I play. They're all gacha games. You can't go in there, like, you have to be happy with what you get and not...
I saw something on Reddit either yesterday or the day before that was talking about this guy spent I think like $400 or $500 on the game you play, Fire Emblem Heroes. Yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes.
God, okay.
And he still didn't get the
that's how it
guy
works,
that he was
dude.
going for.
Yeah.
So
especially whenever you're playing, Waifu Simulator 2017, like that's the issue.
Listen, I can't give up on Lolly.
You just can't give up on Lolly. Oh God, like, it's just the better mindset to have is I'm going to be happy with whatever I get. I'm comfortable to spend this much. I'm gonna have this much fun with it, but I'm not seeking one specific unit because the odds are not with you. They never are.
Speak for yourself. If you drop enough money into it, actually no.
Listen,
people, that's not how this works at all.
Statistically, yeah, if you drop enough money into it, you will get what you want. But
okay, so
what's the price?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. So take the you don't play PUBG, do you?
No.
Okay, so there's crates in PUBG that you can get, like, they'll reward you credits from winning games, and you can take those credits and you can buy these crates, and they have cosmetic items in them. Or you can buy the crates off the Steam market. Now, some of them require keys that you can either buy in game for $2.50 or is it $2.50? It's either $2.50 or $2.25. Or go buy them for like 50 cents more off the Steam marketplace for somewhat like I don't understand that. You can make money doing that. I had a friend make like $90 just reselling the keys. But some of these items in there have like a 0.1% drop chance, and kind of I view like those items as like, you know, getting invincible off the Lich King or the Ashes of Valar. And speaking from experience, because I'm not experienced buying a bunch of boxes. I mean, I have done that, but experiences from running through those dungeons to try to get this to drop. When it's like it's a 0.1% drop chance, that doesn't mean you run this 100 times, you're gonna get it. It's every time you go into that instance or every time you open that box, it's a 0.1% drop chance, and it does not change. So some people are just like, all you have to do is buy 100 boxes, and you'll get the item. No, it's like you might get lucky and get that item within those 100 boxes, or you can spend the better part of 5 years farming the Lich King.
Yeah. I mean, like
371 runs later, and I still don't have Invincible.
Dude, I'm like that with the old Ravenlord mount.
Oh yeah,
I ran that every day, like
there was
like multiple years every day. There was a routine.
The blue proto Drake from the
same thing.
I ran that like every day when I would in high school. I would it was like an office aide. So basically I didn't have class, so I would just go sit in a room and help the teacher out with whatever they needed to do. But I got lucky because I ended up taking 2 office aide classes because I dropped calculus. I was like, I don't need calculus. I did. I really needed that. But listen, AP Physics does not go well when you're not taking calculus, because they're just like, hey,
just you assume.
They're just like, hey, you're gonna use this here formula that you've been over in calculus, and I'm just like, no. But I got one of the band directors to let me be their office aide, and she was our percussion instructor, but also worked over at the elementary school, which was like a minute walk from my house. So I would go home on lunch, and I would run this every day for the entire year, and I did not get a single Proto Drake drop.
Nope.
I've not gotten the time walking one. I'll spam those dungeons. I don't see that one. The only time I've gotten lucky twice with mounts. The first time I ran Firelands, like the first ever time stepping foot to Firelands, I got the Flame Talon of Alice Razor, Alice Resort, whatever her name is. The reskin of the Ravenlord, the one on fire.
You have that?
Yeah, I've gotten that to drop 4 times now. What? I've not gotten the rag mount. I've not gotten the one, the flying one. I've gotten the ground one. And I've gotten that 4 times. And then I went to the PvP zone in Northrend. The what is it like?
Winterhold?
Yeah, Winterhold. And just walked in there, and I got the Black War Mammoth to drop the first time that I went in. But I've not gotten lucky with any other mounts.
I think you can buy the Black War Mammoth.
No, you can buy one of those, and then there's the one that drops from the raid.
Okay. The
maybe it's like the
one that you buy is the 1-seater. The one that you drops from the raid is the 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that.
Huh.
But yeah, don't buy Dragon Mod packs. You won't get continuity.
No. Continuity.
Listen, I wanted a better Loki.
Okay, all right. Didn't want to spam your cloak.
Well, when I go into these spy missions and you're just like, stealth. How long is your stealth? I don't know, like 30 seconds. What? Mine's like 6.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel your pain. I get it. RNGesus is not kind.
No, he's not.
But I didn't think I had an extra one to give you. I think
not you and Myth did not have an extra continuity. In fact, I think Myth gave you his extra continuity.
No.
He had a mod that I wanted that he was just like, I got an extra one. I'm like, sweet, can I have it? And he's like, no, I gave it to Hildy. I'm like, shit.
I don't remember. I forget which one that was.
I don't know.
That was a couple weeks ago. Anyway.
I have more than that.
Okay, it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, continuity is one of those mods that like it doesn't reliably drop until like you get to like tier 3. So like you have to be pretty well into the star chart before like you can get it to reliably drop, and even then like you still have to grind for it. That's the nature of the beast of Warframe. So
I mean, I got it. Only bad thing was I got it after I got Ivara, so
yes, now you're not using Loki.
I'll use him on a few of the sortie missions, like the sortie spy missions. I like Loki over Ivara for that. I've not gotten used to Ivara. I like to run and jump and do all these other swell things.
You need to get her augment mod that makes her a little bit more faster. She's not as speedy as Loki is fast.
Well, I also want the augment mod for her that like the lasers don't.
Yeah, it's the same mod. You move faster while cloaked, and you can walk through lasers and the force fields and all that.
That is very nifty.
It's pretty useful. She also has that concentrated arrow mod now. So like next time I get Ivara, I'm probably going to do a full augment build on her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the concentrated arrow, it's her latest augment. You know, her 4, the Artemis bow. Instead of multi-shotting, it's one arrow. It does more damage.
That's nice.
Yes. But anyway,
yeah, we started playing Dauntless.
Yeah, haven't been playing much Warframe this week.
Not at all.
Got that Founders Pack and just been playing Dauntless.
It is really fun. As someone who's never played Monster Hunter, I tried the beta on PS4 for Monster Hunter World, and I was just kind of a little bit overwhelmed with like how in depth like a lot of this stuff got. I was just like, do I really want to try starting this? I understand that it might be like it might ease you into that, but Dauntless, it's great.
Oh yeah, no, Dauntless is definitely, again, coming from a Monster Hunter veteran mindset. Dauntless is it's gonna stand on its own even whenever Monster Hunter World comes to the PC.
Yeah,
like Dauntless, like I'm still gonna play Dauntless. Like it is its own beast. Like, or should I say behemoths? Because you know they're not monsters; they're behemoths. You're not a hunter. You're a slayer.
You gonna go play some Behemoth Slayer?
We don't have gun lances. We have a gun hammer. We don't have an insect glaive. We have a war pike.
Yeah, but you know what we do have?
Swords.
No, anime hair.
And I like the look of it like a lot.
Oh yeah,
like it just looks crisp. And this is still like closed beta. They're gonna iron this out. It's gonna look better. Like they're gonna be adding hairstyles and stuff and different looks and even more customization options. So
one of the things that like I'm actually really happy about right now. I mean, granted, I did have to buy the Founders Pack to do it, but I generally like to beta test things. I like to be sort of involved in that overall developmental process. To me, it's a way that I can give back to the game that is going to give me hours of enjoyment.
Exactly.
It's been a few years now. I still haven't gotten a beta invite or a alpha invite to any of Warcraft stuff.
Yeah, they're
it's a certain. I mean, alphas, I've sort of figured out alphas, you either need to be like a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, or involved in like mythic rating. That's who they seem to pick out for alpha, which again is understandable. It's like it's the first iteration of what they're pushing out. They would rather have someone that would know what they're talking about to give feedback, rather than someone that may hop on for an hour and just be like, well, this game sucks. My sword just went straight through the wall. What the fuck, guys?
They blocked my axe behind a grind. This is bullshit. The current Dauntless community right now on Reddit. The only alpha I ever got into was the Here's the Storm.
I didn't even get into that either. I think I got a beta invite, but
I got into the alpha, but that was I was working for Razer kind of for a little bit there.
Oh yeah, that was your that was your stint.
My little I did 2 gigs for them, and then I got 6 months worth of paychecks, and I was like, hey, call me back and get me going here, and have me back on the podcast. And they're like, nah. They stopped paying me. I was like, okay, well, free money, I guess. That's why I still use their products.
Yeah.
Give them back.
Is that also why you buy the extended warranty on them?
I regret that.
Okay, so we went to buy Hildy a new computer setup, and he's moving from a laptop to a desktop, so he needs to buy the appropriate peripherals.
Yeah.
And this guy over here is just like, hey, I'm gonna get this Razer keyboard and this Razer mouse, and then the clerk, because they all work off of commissions.
Of course.
Came over and was like, you need this. You need this extended warranty, right? I'm just sitting there in the background shaking my head like, no. Do you know what your warranty is on these products? When they break in a year and a half, 2 years, whatever, how long, you buy another one. That's your warranty. And he's just like, I'll take the 3-year warranty.
I like the guy. I wanted to make his day nice. You got a good commission off me. I had the money to spend at the time. Now I'm broke for this month. Oh, well, whatever.
But yeah, I mean, Dauntless, I'm really enjoying it. It's one of those things like Warframe, like one of the games.
Oh no,
to me, where I can get on, and I can just do the hunts. Just it's not this thing that like Warcraft is, where it's like I log on and then in the back of my mind it's like 4 or 5 things that I need to do. Like I need to go do my dailies. I need to run my dungeons. I need to do the reputation grinds. By the way, I want this mount, so I need to somehow work spending, the 4 or 5 hours a week going through it, because I still can't get the I've watched all these videos on how to save your lockout between your accounts. I still can't figure that out. So that's another 5 hours of running the alts through ICC. I can do that with my eyes closed now just because of I remember it.
Yeah.
But this, I hop on. Oh, hey, I have a quest to go kill this certain behemoth. Let's get in there and go kill it. And the hunts take anywhere, on average from 6 to 15 minutes. I've not had a really long one.
You got plenty of time. So Monster Hunter does the same thing, where it's you have, or at least the previous ones. I don't have much experience with Monster Hunter World. I've watched a couple people play it, but I've been waiting for it to come into PC. So all of the previous Monster Hunter games, you have 50 minutes to kill it or whatever. There are certain ones where it's you have 30 minutes to repel it. You're not necessarily going to kill it. You'll just do enough damage to it where it runs away. And there's the Elder Dragons, whatever. So with Dauntless though, it's all scenario based. So you hop in, you're in the zone, the monster is there, it's in the zone. Right? You have to find it. And I'm impressed with how big these zones are.
Oh yeah.
The one that's you can't even see the lower part of this cliff. You have to go up to you're higher than it and look down oh, there's the behemoth. Gotta jump down and kill it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very impressed with how far Dauntless is, even in its current state being closed beta. We're going to go into the open beta here soon. What I think Dauntless is going to do outside of what Warframe did, I actually think there's going to be release date.
Oh, okay.
Like, obviously, like we're in the closed beta right now.
Right.
Our things are going to be reset on the 22nd.
Yep.
So, and then the open beta starts on the 24th. We won't be able to play for like a day, like 2 days. So, going into that, excuse me. Going into that, we'll get to keep our stuff and we'll be able to progress through the beta, you know, as they intended. But I think sometime, I would even say like within this year, there's going to be a full release for Dauntless, and like we'll have like an actual like full game ahead of us. And they're definitely, I like their model where it's just it's the perfect free to play model, even like to retain players.
Yeah.
So like, you know, the whole floating island system that they have going on. So what they can do with that, and what they've said that they're going to do with it, is like they'll have like certain events, like new behemoths that come out of nowhere, and they're only available to hunt and get the gear from and whatever while this event's going on, because the island, like, you know, they'll have islands come up and go back down, and like the monster rotation's going to, behemoth rotation's going to change and constantly evolve. Like, that is interesting, because I don't think like that it just hasn't been done before. And like, and yeah, this is the monster hunting niche that like I've always wanted this on PC. I don't know why this is the first game that has come to the PC that is like this, where it's MMO, go out, hunt creatures. Like, I don't know why this is the first time. I'm happy that it's here, and I'm happy that it's doing well, and I'm happy that they have a plan for the future, and that I seriously think this game's going to succeed. I think it's going to succeed well, and I'm happy that they delayed the open beta a little bit.
Yeah. Because
all the hype for Monster Hunter World has gone down, and now this game's going to come out. I think we're going to see a lot of people that played Monster Hunter World on the consoles. They're going to, and they have a gaming PC, they're going to move from Monster Hunter World onto Dauntless, and then I don't know. I probably will play Monster Hunter World when it comes out on PC later this year, supposedly. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy as hell.
Yeah, it's a really, really good game.
Yeah.
So the closest thing that I played to this sort of style anyway, even though it's not the same kind of concept, just like going out and hunting the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I played Terra, and what I really, really liked about Terra was the action combat system, where it was, and I'm just sitting here using a ability. I'm going to click like one or two.
You have a global cooldown and everything.
Well, this is, if I don't want to get hit, I need to move out of the fucking way.
Yep.
Like, and that's what it is here, and it's one of those things where I'm learning that I can't just sit here and smack the boss. Like, you have to learn. You get picked up on like the boss, or not boss, but behemoths, their abilities and the way they fight,
and their tells. Like there's always a tell.
Yeah.
Like whether it's visual or audio.
I'm keeping that in there.
Totally. Audible or visual. There's always a tell. So it's like, okay, and that tell is always tied to this attack. So like that's like it goes back on like, and Dark Souls does the same kind of like process, where it's like you go through and you make mistakes, you figure out what you did wrong, and then you adapt to it. So it's like, okay, well, if the Skarn stands still for a second, roars, and I see rocks come up on the side of it that weren't there previously, okay, it's about to do its little hurricane spin, I need to run away. Like,
well, even on that, I also like how there's not just one set way that you have to fight these things and kill it, right? You can deal with the mechanics in different ways. Like for the Skarn, for instance, when it does that move where the rocks are spinning, you can either peace out and just run away so you don't get hit by that and die, because that does a lot of damage, you can take one hit, get back up, and if you strike that, it stuns him.
Yep.
And we killed that thing like 10, 15 times before we realized that, hey, you can do that.
Yeah, and that was the funny part, because it was like, I had read one of the patch notes or whatever, but that all of the behemoths have their own charge ability, and that just happens to be this guard. But charge, I thought, was like it running towards you kind of thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like, right. So like, say the shriek, for example, whenever it flies up and like swoops down, you can just commit to taking the hit and hit it back and then knock it out, and everyone else can swarm it.
Or you
start beating
can time it right where you can hit it before getting hit.
Well, if you have the right weapon. So like the sword, it's a little too short. Like I have to wait until it's up on me to get through. But if you're using like the chain blades or whatever, you can just use your.
You know what you can also do with the chain blades on the on that one.
Huh.
And I've been trying to see if it works on different behemoths. When it's coming at you, you use your Q ability, which for the chain blades, if you're standing further back from the behemoth, you'll launch your blades out and pull yourself closer to the behemoth. Or if you're right on top of the behemoth, you can use the Q and then you'll push yourself away, like jump in the air and do a backflip and get away from it. You time it right when this thing's flying at you. And I don't know if this is meant to be in the game or if this is a bug, but you can pull yourself and charge towards the screeve when it's coming at you and pull yourself through it, and it will launch you back. So you can effectively like not have to necessarily like move left or right.
You can move through it.
Yeah, you move through it and you're fine. I tried that with a couple other behemoths, and no. It hasn't worked on them, and I'm sure the people are just standing there like, what's this guy doing?
what's this new chain blade user doing? But,
I had someone earlier today. I was playing, and so I haven't really experienced anyone toxic yet. I don't know if this is going to be a community similar to Warframe, where it's an overall pretty solid community, or if those players just aren't in it yet because they don't want to spend the money to come in and then complain. But other than the people complaining about certain changes that they made, but just overall toxic to someone's playstyle. Experienced that a little bit today when I went in to go find the behemoth. I went a complete different direction than the other three, and I happened to find it. So I shot up my flare, and it took them a good minute and a half to get to where I'm at. Which, again, the little islands that you spawn on are actually pretty big.
Oh yeah,
like it's nice.
I was very impressed with like actually how big it is, and the fact that like the monster or the behemoth can run away, and you have to go searching for it all over again. Like unless you have your the lantern that you pop, and it'll show you the general direction of where it's at.
But so I find this thing, right?
Yeah.
And I like to, when I shoot off my flare, I like to get in the same sort of area that the monster's in. Rather than just a general direction. Because I was on top of this mountain, I see the behemoth, and I jump off. I'm still kind of learning what's outside their kind of aggro range. Because you can sort of get in the same area as them, and they'll just do their own thing where they're walking around. Other times they'll just look at you and then just start running straight towards you.
Yep.
So I get down there, I shoot off the flare, and piss this thing off. So
what were you hunting?
It was the Ember Maw or Embermane.
Okay.
The fire dog.
Yeah.
So find him, and I start finding him. It's the Scarn is actually the behemoth that's given me like the most trouble. So like I'm finding this Embermane fine. Holding my own while I wait for these guys to get here. So they get here, and then they start fighting it. And I noticed like early on one of the guys goes down. It's whatever, right? Just didn't dodge out of this attack. Cool. We hit it enough where it flees. I happened to find it again. These guys, 2 of them were in a guild, so they're probably friends with each other, and the third guy was just random. So they're running off doing their own thing. I find it again, and again, I'm pretty far back away from the monster where I don't think I'm gonna pull it. Shoot off a flare. Thing sees me and runs straight towards me.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Round 2. So I'm finding it. Like, I'm not going down or anything. And I'm doing my own thing. And then the guys finally showed up. They start fighting it. And the same guy goes down again. Whatever. We pick him up.
Yeah.
And we continue fighting it. And we kill it. At the end of the match, the guy starts yelling at me over chat, saying I was the reason that he died because I didn't wait for the rest of the people to pull the monster before he got there. And somehow me engaging with the monster before anyone else showed up killed him.
Okay. Well, that goes back to, personal responsibility. Like, it can't be my fault. I'm not a bad player. No. It's that guy who didn't get downed once.
I don't think it went through this guy's mind that we were going to pull the monster regardless, and you still weren't going to dodge that attack, and you were still going to go down.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
That's the first time that I've been playing with people that something like that's come up. I mean, I have seen some bad things in the town chat.
Oh yeah, the town chat can be.
Think of more trade chat.
I mean that's what it's gonna end up being.
Yeah,
but that's about that. I mean, I would argue that regional chat on Warframe is also like that. But
any chat in MMOs turn into that.
Yeah, I don't engage.
So if you look at like the regional chat in like Warcraft, so like trade chat.
Yeah.
It's bad for a certain couple of reasons. It can get very racial, can get very political. Just overall, or the random times that you go in and this poor guy is looking for like 2 more members to run a dungeon, and then the entire server just decides to like shit all over him for that day.
Did you say Anal Thunder Fury of the Windseeker?
That too. But I've played, and Terra is no exception to this. I like Terra and a couple of the other more, I should put it like Eastern Asian produced MMOs.
Yeah.
Where those sort of trade chats get really, really, really creepy. Like I'm talking, hey, looking for a 14-year-old who can hit me up.
Oh, so Club Penguin is what you're saying.
Hey, Club Penguin wasn't really creepy, but Club Penguin was. Myth didn't know what Club Penguin was.
Myth didn't?
No.
That doesn't surprise me.
We were talking about that, but it's just funny. You have, of course, you're gonna have.
Yeah,
unideal conversations coming up in global chats, but
no.
I don't think any game is impervious to that. Even like in RuneScape, when you have the language filter on, people find ways to get around that.
Oh, for sure.
In fact, there was a time, at one point, it got so bad in RuneScape that because people could figure out a way to get around the language filter, they implemented, and it changed from being an across-the-board implementation to certain worlds that you logged in had this implementation. But when it started out, they had quick chat, and you weren't able to actually like type out anything.
Mm-hmm.
People still found a way through their quick chat of predetermined messages to really mess with people. Nah, I think that got to Jagex, and they were like, we can't do anything about this anymore. We're just gonna take off all filters. Have at it. It was like, because like you have it was broken down into different things. Like you had your standard like greetings, and then you had like predetermined messages for like looking for people and looking for trade items, and you could use the trade items because it will go through any item listed in their in RuneScape's database.
Okay.
But you would always see like wanting to buy nuts, wanting to buy monkey nuts, but global chats are fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the internet for you.
Oh yeah.
Like people, there's an actual like psychological effect that happens where people they don't act like that in normal society.
Oh,
they
no.
only do this online.
No.
Like that happens, and it's not, you know. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but
It's just a thing.
Is a thing that happens.
And kind of on that same sort of idea. This is going way off topic. I'll get back to Dauntless after this, but it's funny because we both saw Ready Player One together.
Yeah.
And everyone is just sitting here thinking, you know, it'd be really, really cool to have something like the Oasis, which if you haven't seen Ready Player One or read the book Ready Player One, basically the Oasis is this world inside virtual reality that it has. It's like I said, it's a separate world.
Every video game in one.
Not just every video game. Like in the book, it was you had companies working out of there. You had schools, and it was just a virtual life that people would go into, and people were like, you know, that would be really cool to have, and it would make life better. And I'm just sitting here like, no, it wouldn't, because we have something similar to the Oasis right now, and that's called VR chat. And you know what that's full of? Guys screaming and Uganda knuckles.
You do not know the way,
my brother.
My brother. My
You have that.
My queen. Why are you running?
You would not have anything productive getting done in that game.
That's my shitty Uganda knuckles impression.
I think it's died off now, but still.
No, it's infamous now. Like,
yeah.
It's gonna be. You're gonna be able to reference Uganda knuckles
people
3
years
years from now. People are gonna know what the fuck you were talking about.
But it's like I'll sometimes watch YouTube videos on VR chat, and you know what it is most of the time? It's drama between these two Twitch streamers that I guess have this scripted that one anime waifu character over here wants senpai to notice her, and then when he does, she leaves him. Like, I mean, good on them for making like entertainment stuff, but let's be honest here, the Oasis would never work out.
No, not not the way that it was depicted in the movie for sure. But
because especially think about how that movie went. You know, your hero trying to solve the Easter eggs, and instead of his avatar being like what it is, it's a short, fat, shittily drawn Knuckles.
The shitty accent.
Or the Bee from Bee Movie.
Oh God. Terrible movie.
Ran over. But yeah, I mean, Dauntless I could see being one of those games that just call it my main game. Like, I'm not really playing Warcraft anymore right now. It's in that state of purgatory where it's
in
waiting
between
for
expansions.
Yeah, waiting for new stuff to come. I'm overrating. My raid group didn't really progress to what I wanted them to progress to, and that kind of burnt me out. And
are you saying that your raid group got stuck on covens for like 4 goddamn months?
It was like 2 months, but yeah. Hey, a lot of people got stuck on Coven, and I should specify that it's Coven Heroic.
Ooh.
There are people that got stuck on Coven Normal. There are people that got stuck on High Command Normal. Okay. Those people should not raid.
No.
But we'll see when the expansion comes out. But like, I personally, and you may not be a fan of what I'm about to say, but I like Dauntless a bit more than I like Warframe.
I mean,
it might just be because it's new right now, and it's a different thing for me. So I might come back a couple weeks from now and like, they're about the same.
Mm-hmm.
Or who knows? Maybe right now I'm riding the high of a new game, and then it will reach a point where it's like, oh, I'm just killing stuff. Can't really say though. I'm enjoying it right now.
Oh
so
no,
that's all that matters.
Like there's beta. There's a lot of content to go through with Dauntless. I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. The only reason why I'm currently playing Warframe as much as I am, which I haven't played it the last couple days because we got Dauntless, but one of the only reasons why I'm still like consistently playing Warframe is because I started that new account.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason. Like, Warframe is in a bit of a content drought, even with the Onslaught release. Like, okay, yeah, we got a new mode, we got a new Warframe, but where's Sacrifice? I want Sacrifice.
I think it'll be I probably think we'll hear something more about Sacrifice, if not it dropping around TennoCon. So I'd say probably a couple more months.
I'm really hoping that it comes out soon, but
yeah.
I think you're right. It'll probably be after TennoCon. I'm hoping shortly after TennoCon.
Hey, we might get like a sneak peek into it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I believe that's what they did with the War Within. They like
showed something at TennoCon.
Yeah, they had a trailer at TennoCon.
That's pretty good.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, this just shows that like, not like, there aren't really any games that are impervious to the content droughts. Like, when there's just nothing to do, people will lose interest.
Yeah, you got everything done. Like, okay, what's next? It's like, well, we're making new content. You gotta wait.
And yeah, I think if it's no different than console games, because it's like, I beat this game, I want more, and then it's just like, well, hold on, we gotta spend the time to make this sequel, you know?
Yeah.
It's just with MMOs and online games,
yeah,
you don't get that. I can't play this game until the next one comes out. You're playing through that in between.
Yeah, which you can play. You can find what you like to do, and you can keep doing that. I mean, that's why.
Unless it's PvP, then no one will do PvP with
you. In Warframe,
yeah,
Warcraft is prevalent, but
yeah, I mean, you kind of got me into PvP there for a bit.
Yeah, we got you pretty hardcore into PvP for a little bit. That's all you wanted to do. I'd get on it.
Virgil smash.
Be like, damn it, Virgil, fight on the point. No, I gotta kill this guy in the road.
Okay, well, to be fair, when you drop me into random battlegrounds, and because I've been raiding and I have like a over a 960 item level,
yeah,
which is like the hard cap for
yeah,
where it becomes just cheese in PvP,
and
everyone else is running around in like 895 armor. Yeah. And I'm a Death Knight. I mean, I'm just a walking, like, destroying machine there.
I am the Reaper. I've come to sow my seeds. No, yeah. Warframe it's just not about the PvP.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
You want to know what it's not also about? Farming for Atlas. Listen, no one does that mission, and that mission takes like 20 minutes to do solo, because it's just pew pew pew. Oh, I need to fly away. Pew pew pew. Oh, I need to fly away again. 20 minutes later, hey, this is my 5th systems drop.
Oh god.
And no one will play with me. It's like, hey, Hilda, you want to farm Atlas with me? And he's like, why would I do that? Can I buy Atlas? No.
I'll eventually want to do it on this new account, because I'm working through it, but.
And then there will be 100% more players farming that mission.
What? Because I put out a video on it?
No, because I'm the only one in this game farming this, and you'll be the second person to farm this.
Oh, okay, 100% more people. I gotcha. The math joke flew over my head.
Public education.